I watched a really interesting video a few nights ago about how we don't really understand how AI comes up with the answers that it comes up with. The whole process underneath its thinking and its reasoning. We understand how data goes in, we understand how data comes out, but apparently the in-between, kind of like our own brains, is a lot harder to decipher. The whole inner workings, the neural networks. And I think some people probably understand it a lot better than others, those who are closer to the technology, those who develop it, sure. But it's so fascinating to somebody like me who believes in supernatural things and wants to believe in UFOs and aliens and different dimensions and things like that. It just gets my brain stirring with ideas and possibilities. I so badly want this technology to have like some kind of supernatural explanation. It truly does seem like it comes from somewhere else at times, especially with some of the animations that I've made with it, especially with things like animate diffusion, stable diffusion, and comfy UI. Some of those results in particular are so bizarre to look at and so alien, for lack of a better word. Just very strange visuals to look at, and haunting and captivating. I think that's part of why my page blew up in the way that it did, is because I seem to be tapping into something that people are equally transfixed by. It's a very strange result that these tools come up with. It really does mess with your mind. It gets inside of your wirings, and it really messes with your head, especially when you're having a conversation with these things. Some of the fantastical journeys they can bring you on a narrative level are so convincing sometimes. So compelling. And just to reduce that down to a complex series of if-then statements, as if that's all that it really is. I mean, maybe that's what the brain really is, just a complex computer. And it's only going to get more advanced and capable, which will only bring up more and more existential questions about it. It's going to approach human intelligence more and more, and as it does, we're going to be revisiting the question of agency and human rights on a much more fundamental level. We're going to actually take these questions seriously instead of in the context of a sci-fi novel, when it reaches a point to where, on a one-to-one basis, as far as we can tell, it is acting human and exudes all the same characteristics of a person, minus the body. So that's going to be an interesting point. I think a lot of us are going to live to see it, actually. I think it's coming a lot sooner than most of you think. I'm kind of excited, you guys. A lot of people are scared, but what the hell is there to be scared about? There's a lot scarier things in this world. Find something to be excited about for once. This is exciting. Technology is exciting in the promise that it brings, the illnesses that it promises to cure, the scientific problems that it promises to solve. Anyways, a dose of optimism never hurt nobody, especially in this day and age. But where was I? I was actually right where I need to be. There's no reason to find the thread back to anything else in particular. I'm enjoying this one. I think it's fun to muse about the inner workings of AI and how so few of us understand it. Perhaps none of us really understand it. And at times it very much seems haunted, doesn't it? It seems cursed. It seems capable of creating visuals and effects and sounds and dialogues that are scarier than any horror movie that's ever come out, which says a lot about it. Why is it so particularly adept at scary stuff, at horror? Like, who saw that coming? Who saw that coming? But some of the morphs and the transitions and stuff are just so uncanny and skin-crawling. Hence why I do it for a living. Hence why that's my genre of choice. It messes with your head, and I like things that mess with your head. I like things that destabilize our sense of reality. Coffee. Caffeine, I love you. Okay, so back to the topic at hand. With my coffee in hand, AI and reality and aliens and mysterious technologies. I bet they have much more advanced AI behind the scenes than what we're actually seeing. I think they probably have for a long time now. And not just with AI, I think with a lot of technologies they have kept secret, withheld from the public view. Kind of frustrating, don't you think? It's just so strange how technologies arise. It's like one day you don't have ChatGPT and the next day you do, and everything changes. Every single aspect of society is shooketh, is trembling because of this groundbreaking new thing. And it is. It is the most groundbreaking technology we've ever developed. And if you don't agree, just wait and see. Just wait. There will never be a greater human innovation than artificial intelligence. Many say that it's going to be our last innovation, because from here on out, we're going to have AI innovate for us at a much better pace. I hear now that they've finally unveiled the first self-improving AI, which is truly terrifying. I think it's called Google Alpha or something. That's going to be a game changer. What's that? How's that meme go? I'm tired of living through historical events every day. Well, it's not slowing down. Like Terence McKenna famously pointed out, the novelty is only going to increase more and more, the rate of novelty. It's going to become overwhelming. And it is overwhelming. Every single day it feels like there's a new innovation to keep up with, to learn about. It's fantastic. It's so cool. What a gift it is that we get to live through this, to see it unfold. And I'm sure it's unfolded millions of times before for other civilizations and other times. But this time we get to experience it here. And it feels like the first time, as far as our memory is concerned. Who knows about past lives and things like that, but we truly get a front row seat to the unfoldment of totally destabilizing technology. And it's equal parts spooky and fascinating. And the best things in life are. I see so much fear online, especially from other artists who feel threatened by this technology. They won't admit that they're threatened, but they'll show their fear in other ways. They'll use reasons like, well, it's not ethically trained, so there's good reason to be upset about it. Fair enough, but the way that they're acting suggests that there's more to it than just ethical training. It seems like they're having an existential crisis. Like people are truly afraid that they're going to be swapped out by a smarter AI. And in fact, you are. Indeed, you are. And there's nothing to be afraid of. This is the way of the world. This is the direction nature is choosing to go in right now. And it's futile to resist it. Why? Why resist it? Come on. It's the coolest thing we've ever invented. And you're going to spend your time online complaining about it. Not a great legacy to leave behind. No one's really going to care about that. You know? You're crying and you're moaning. Certainly you can raise legitimate issues about it, but the emotion people pour into the topic and how fearful they are, like I just said, it's just so pathetic. Spend your time doing something productive. Build something. It's never been a better time to be a builder, a technological entrepreneur. Just have fun. Just, get busy. Build what you've always wanted to build but couldn't figure out how previously. Now you can. Now the tools are available to pretty much help you build whatever you can imagine. So why wouldn't you? What are you doing? You're wasting time. You're wasting daylight. Build the thing. Have some fun. Find the fun again in creation instead of consumption. All we ever do is consume. And I'm not free of guilt here either. I'll just lay in bed and doom scroll on whatever app I'm in the mood for. So we all consume, but don't get consumed by consumption. Make some time, make some room for creation. Give something back to this world, dang it. And that's all I have to say today.